Where I live tomorrow, it's going to be -4. That's the high. I'm the child of 2 deserts. I grew up in the Sonoran Desert near Tucson, and I live now in the subarctic desert of interior Alaska. This little piece I'm just going to read because it's the season, and I didn't get to read it on the day that I should have. It's called Los Muertos. On Dia de los Muertos, people set up altars to welcome back those who've gone before. In the Sonoran Desert, where the dead are said to cherish fragrances, paths of marigolds help the ancestors find their way. It's not mournful at all. Music, singing, dancing, a candlelight vigil, huge spreads of food. After the dead have tasted their favorite dishes, living people feast on homemade tortillas hot off the comal. Husky tamales, meat, green corn, sweet. Skull-shaped candies, breads, cookies. The gritty bone dust of panocha. Saladitos turn every mouth into a watering hole. Fry bread starts out flat, then puffs in hot oil, its emptiness honeyed. On the altars, pictures of loved ones out of reach, loved ones forever the age they were when they left, tokens of lives, a fishing lure, skate key, spurs, carved bate for frothing hot chocolate, pierced earrings, locket, dancing shoes, size tiny, a lizard skin cowboy boot planted with jumping cactus, calavera candles flickering, calacas, skeletons, riding motorcycles, getting married, having babies, skeletons at typewriters, skeletons on the roller coaster, skeletons playing billiard, every ball on the table a skull, calacas riding horseback, their holsters flapping, calacas playing cello and violin, the tune just beyond our hearing. Well, the photographer whose image is the basis of this cover is a man named Barry McGuane. He died this summer very unexpectedly. This poem is for him. Stop bath. How many winters did you traipse to the riverbank, toting through snow, tripod, lenses, filters, new body? How many times did you check the light, wait in hard cold, check again, fingers curled stiff around the camera? How many bends and riffles tripped you, brittle weeds held fast? How much overflow crept out from under the ice, hardened, gushed, seeped, froze? How many years looking before you framed these crusted steps of ice, stopped in silver gelatin? How many times did you point out on archival paper what's right here? Look, under our frost-nipped toes. Gnawed bones. If language is bones, hard parts of speech, what do skulls of pack rats crushed into owl pellets have to tell us? If this delicate pelvis once balanced a gravid javelina, what word passes on to her shotes? If cicada shells hang on like single mothers starved for touch, what does hot wind whisper through them? If every day reenacts creation, if we live here, now, in the first world and the last, Let us speak in our bones languages of water from all skies, from deep underground. Let our bones quench the thirst of history, thirst for all we yearn to sip, marrow of each dry tongue. My father never hit us, never noticed if we'd been bad or good, never knew our favorite foods or those we hated. He complained, "Those divorces wiped me out." Hangdog, ashamed, as if all the bad stuff dropped on him. He never had a thing to do with it. My father never lost his wanderlust, his need to break free, never spent money on a decent pair of shoes. My father never walked comfortably on this earth. Always the tallest, my father never chose to bounce drunks out of dingy bars, never rose to the bait of short guy taunts. My father never broke through my sister's great wall, violent ice, need stacked on need, unmet. She shoved him away while she wanted him closer, wanted him to know how to be family. My father never had a feeding tube stuck in his belly. His wish, respected, though my sister fought for it, wanting what? After a stroke so massive, even things the body does without thinking, stuttered, faltered, couldn't carry on. At the time of contact with outsiders, there were 42 separate languages spoken in Alaska. Now there are perhaps 6 that may exist outside of archives. I consider that a tremendous impoverishment. This is called mother tongue. In a language recently disappeared, God is talking. No one knows anymore how long the leaves keep silent, how deep the stone's truth lies buried, what silent kinship glints off blonde fur where grizzly cubs graze. In the far time, nearly everyone could speak with salmon, water, clouds, stars, everybody. Now no one sees the ocean, though it lives in every tear. In a language lost to us, God is singing. One of the oldest objects in the University of Alaska Museum of the North is a carving of a female figure holding, people think it's a child, but it's a little hard to tell because the piece is very old and very worn. When Otto Geist unearthed it in the 1930s, he recognized power, and he called it the Akvik Madonna, but he wasn't sure what kind of power it was. I don't think he understood the kind of power he was seeing. And this deals with that piece. Alive. How many centuries for ivory to mellow? Fossil carved 2,000 years ago by hands these colors: walrus hide, seal oil, driftwood, smoke. As the carver spoke to the stone, this woman emerged, heavy-eyed, bemused, the corner of her mouth tipped up as if she knew a secret she's still not telling. What wore away her baby's face? Water, maybe, or wind, or the constant caress of weather-worn fingers in a shaman's pouch. How odd now to regard her on display, spotlit, even the shadows she casts compelling. Hello across centuries, woman of Akvik. Thank you, carver from Panic Island. Though your bones and the bones of your babies turn fossils long before anyone here blinked, you live. And I'll end with a piece that came from a painting. I did a collaboration with the Alaskan painter Kessler Woodward, his paintings and my poems. In most of his paintings, there's no sign of human habitation, no sign of human activity. But in the painting Bright Tracks, you see just a set of ski tracks going through birch forest and the sun shining out at you from the painting. Long before we got here, long after we're gone. In the season, blue-white sun barely lifts above the ridge, limps along the horizon, then dives out of sight. We're changed each day by light. Someone who's gone before broke trail, set tracks. With the right kick-whacks, we make our way among birch, breathing hard, rare frosted light. We make of light arpeggio crystals, caribou dance fans, shush of bristles. One moment made alive, human, unafraid. All that's lost, not gone. Thank you so much.